Your email list is infected with engagement killers and you don't even know it. Dead subscribers, bots, burner accounts, unengaged profiles are receiving your flows and your campaigns, tanking your deliverability and making your emails invisible to your real subscribers that actually wanted to receive those emails. But lucky for you, there is an automated system that you can use to remove these toxic profiles so that they don't damage your sender reputation. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can build it step by step inside of this video. So first, let's quickly go over why keeping unengaged burner accounts and bots in your Klaviyo account can damage your sender reputation and cost you money. It's quite obvious. If these types of emails and profiles keep accumulating in your account, it's going to drop your open rates, it's going to have a higher bounce rate, and this will basically tell inbox providers that, hey, this sender, this domain, basically you're sending content that is not getting engagement or that is getting low engagement. So this can put restrictions on your domain and you could even get blacklisted. So to avoid this type of mess, we are simply going to have an automation that will identify these burner accounts using their email. So if it's an email that is known for bot action and used by spammers or whatever, we're going to exclude them. And we are also going to have a look at their engagement. So profiles that are not engaging, that they've received 10 more emails, more than 10 emails. They've been on our email list for a long time, but they still haven't opened a single email. Those types of email addresses, those types of profiles need to be excluded. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First, we need to create two segments. The first segment is going to identify bots by the ending of their email. So this is the segment. This segment will take you a long time to create. Okay, there's about 50 different email domains that need to be excluded. All right. I'm going to attach a Google Sheet so that you can access all of them. Simply copy and paste them inside of your Klaviyo and exclude them. And yeah, just do this. Or you could contact us and we can clone this segment over to your account, which can save you more time. But yeah, the sheet with these exact domains will be inside of the description. You can do this yourself. So yeah, that's the first segment that we need to create. The second segment is to identify burner accounts and unengaged accounts. So this is how you build it. By the way, to build segments, all you have to do is go to lists and segments, click on create new, create segment, just fill in the name, and here just select what I show you in my segments. So for this segment, you are going to write this definition. So that's the name. For the definition, we want to do received email is at least 10 times over all time, and opened email 0 times over all time, and clicked email 0 times over all time, and properties about someone created at least 30 days ago. So what this means is anyone that has been on the email list for more than 30 days, has received more than 10 emails, but has never opened an email and has never clicked an email, that's a very strong sign that either it's a burner account, someone signed up using an email address they never actually check and then just use it to get a discount from the website, or they're simply not interested anymore. So we need to exclude these guys. So yeah, now so after you've made this segment, make sure you press on save. We need to create 2 tag flows that will apply a tag to every profile that matches these definitions that we've set for these 2 segments, so that we will be able to exclude everyone that enters these segments from all of the flows that we have, okay, so that they don't go into win-back flows and lower our open rates, and also exclude all of these guys from the campaigns you're sending. And we are going to send these unengaged and burner profiles inside of a Sunset Unengaged Flow. But be careful, do not use Klaviyo's template for this, and I'm going to show you why. And Then I'm going to show you how to suppress these guys so that you can lower your Klaviyo billing. By the way, you could have the best email strategy, but if you're landing in spam, it's just not going to work. We recently helped a client go from 14% to 46% open rate, fixing 3 deliverability mistakes they were making. Another brand jumped from 37%, which is an average open rate, all the way to 67%. And another client's bounce rate this time dropped from 36% all the way down to 0%. There's a free guide in the description that shows you the exact fixes. It will take you 20 minutes to implement, but it could change your email marketing forever. So next, 2 tag flows. Simply head over to the flows page. The flows are simply going to look like this. Okay, first flow, to tag bot profiles. It's very simple. Click on create flow, build your own, just call it bot tag flow, create, and here you are going to click on all triggers, click on added to segment, and look for the bot segment, the first segment that we made. Look for it using the name you used, select it, and then save it as the trigger. Okay. And all you need, this is not an email flow, it's a tag flow. So we just need to update a profile property. And for the profile property, do this. Profile property, we create new property, exclude from flows, text, equals yes with an exclamation mark at the end. So if I zoom in, please make sure it's the exact same as what you are seeing on the screen. Exclude from flows is a profile property, and yes is the value. Okay. If you get this wrong, if there is even a spacing issue, if you have a space at the end, or even the capitalization, everything needs to match exactly. Okay, and then save this. Zoom out. Okay. And then save this. This is your bot tag flow. Next, we need to create a tag flow for the second segment that we made. Again, you're going to create flow. You're going to select the segment. You're going to select the second segment that you made for burner accounts and unengaged people. Add the edit to segment. Yeah, look for it using the name that you used. And you are going to do this. You are going to do the same thing. Okay, make sure it's the segment that you used. And again, no email, just a profile property update, which is going to be create new property and same exact thing as the first tag flow. Exclude from flows is yes. It has to be an exact match. Once you've done this, turn them on. Okay, these are tag flows, so don't worry about emails going out. Turn them on and click on add past profiles so that anyone in your email list currently, even before you made this flow and this segment, will have this tag added to their profile. And then we can add filters to all active flows and all future flows. You need to make sure that when you create new flows in the future, this filter, which I'm going to show you, is added inside of that flow. And you just have to add it one time for every flow. You don't have to add it multiple times for every email, just one time per flow. So let's say you have win back flow. So in here, you are going to do this. Edit. So you are going to click on the trigger of the flow. Under profile filters, click edit, add an and then here you are going to do properties about someone. Here, select this, exclude from flows. That's the property we added inside of the tag flows, right? So exclude from flows does not equal, here, write yes with an exclamation mark, okay? It has to be exactly as the tag flow that we made. So again, inside of the flows, as a filter, you need to add this. Exclude from flows doesn't equal yes. What this means is basically, if it does have a yes, they are not going to receive emails from this flow. All right, that's what we want. You are going to apply this to all flows, like I said. The only exception is going to be the Sunset Unengaged Flow, which we are going to create. But before the Sunset Unengaged Flow, you also want to make sure that you exclude these 2 segments that we just created. So the bot segments and the burner and unengaged segment. Exclude those 2 segments from every campaign that you send. so that they also don't lower your campaign open rates. And then after we've excluded them from flows and from campaigns, we want to give the unengaged and burner profiles a last chance to engage with us and stay on the email list. If they don't, they're going to get suppressed. And yeah, so here is how to do this. You're going to go to flows. You're going to click on create flow. By the way, let me show you why Klaviyo's Sunset Unengaged is actually not a good idea. I don't know what the team is doing, but if you try and use their template, okay, Sunset Unengaged Flow, and you choose the segment that we created, okay, that's just a random segment, by the way. If you have a look at their emails, they are asking people to press on unsubscribe. They're asking people to unsubscribe. That's not good, because when they unsubscribe, when they press on an unsubscribe link, inbox providers can see that people unsubscribed. And even though it shouldn't be like this, I believe the unsubscribe rate should not lower your reputation. But according to inbox providers, if people unsubscribe to your emails, it's a sign that you are sending irrelevant content to people who don't want to receive your emails. Basically, they're seeing you're a spammer. They think you're a spammer if people unsubscribe. To avoid this, do not use Klaviyo's Sunset Unengaged Flow or emails. I'm going to show you what to do. Instead, simply go to Flows page, click on Create Flow, build your own, just call it Sunset Unengaged, Create Flow, all metrics, added to segment. Now here you are going to select this segment. So just press on Control F. I don't know why Klaviyo doesn't have a search bar here, but yeah. Press on Control F on your keyboard and look for the name of the segment. Burner. So this is the one that I created. That's how I named it, but just make sure you go with what you named it. That's going to be the trigger, unengaged or burner profiles segment that we made. Click Save. And first we need to add filters to the flow. The first one is going to be, if they opened one of these emails, they should come out of the Sunset Unengaged Flow. So opened email 0 times. You can do over all time. Actually, you can do it since starting this flow. So opened email 0 times since starting this flow. If it's a yes, they are going to stay inside of this flow. If it's a no, they are no longer going to receive Sunset Unengaged emails because they have just engaged. Then the second one is going to be click. And the reason we add click is because sometimes opens don't get tracked. Clicked 0 times since starting this flow, and click Save. Times. And now here you're going to add a time delay. You can just do 3 days. Time of day, choose 10 a.m. is a solid time. 10 a.m. recipient's local time. Save. We are going to send 2 emails and then another time delay. Add this for 7 days later. Actually, let's do 6 days later, so it's a different day. Specific, this time let's send it in the evening. So 2 p.m. recipient's local time zone. Save. And then we are going to have second email. And also another mistake that Klaviyo's Sunset Unengaged emails were making, they are using the drag and drop editor for a Sunset Unengaged email, which is not good. You want to use the plain text editor, the plain text version, so that there's no images or links, which is going to help a little bit with deliverability. Okay, I'm not saying that you should not send designed emails, but specifically for the Sunset Unengaged Flow, stick with plain text. So here you will have to click on create text only email by clicking here, and here, create text only email. And here you are going to paste the exact templates that I am going to attach inside of the description. Okay, those emails are optimized to re-engage people, right? And we are avoiding any spam wordings. We've used spam detectors to avoid any spam wording so that we have the highest deliverability possible for these emails. Just copy and paste them and adjust them a little bit with your brand name if you want. And yeah, you're going to copy and paste them here. And the good thing we are going to be doing is we are not going to be asking for an unsubscribe. We are simply going to be asking them to click here if they want to stay on the email list. And the link will just be your homepage, and we can track using Klaviyo if they clicked or not. So that's a much smarter way of doing things. So yeah, plug in the emails that I'm going to give you in here. Same for email 2. 2 emails for the Sunset Unengaged will be inside of the description. Add them in, and then you can turn the flow on and click on add past profiles, so that everyone that has been that's previously on your list will get this flow. And yeah, that's how you want to do things. One last thing you need to do is add a property here. Add step, create property, Sunset Unengaged, okay, and the value is going to be finished, okay. So just copy this exactly, finished. And now I'm going to teach you how to suppress and who to suppress. Click save, click here. No, that was for me. So how to suppress. We just need to make one more segment to identify these guys. Sunset Unengaged. That's finished. So go back to segments, create segment, finished. Sunset Unengaged, just do Sunset Flow. It's finished Sunset Flow. And here you need to go to properties about someone, select property. That's going to be the property we just set, which was Sunset Unengaged. Sunset Unengaged. But because inside of this account, no profile has this property yet, and I assume for your case it will be the same because no one has been tagged like that. You are simply going to go to profiles, look for your email address or someone from your team, click on the profile, add custom property. We just need to manually add it in one time. So it's Sunset Unengaged. Value is finished, add it in, and now this property will be available to use for segmentation. So just refresh, finished Sunset Flow, and now properties about someone, Sunset Unengaged equals finished. Okay, that's all you need for the segment. Create segment, and now to suppress people, I recommend doing that monthly or every quarter. You are simply going to look for the bot flow that we just created, right? Earlier on inside of this video. Look for that segment, and every month or every quarter, go to that segment, click here, press on suppress current members, bulk suppress. Okay, click on this, and then it's going to suppress. That's the first segment you want to suppress every month or every quarter. The second segment, and the last segment, is the one we just created. This one, the one where, if I just remind you, this one, okay? The one we just created for the Sunset Unengaged flow. Suppress this like this, all right? The same way you did for the bot flow, bulk suppress. And I recommend you put a star next to these segments because Klaviyo archives them if you don't use them in a while. So just make sure you have a star so they are saved permanently. And then yeah, every month, every quarter, come in and suppress it. It's also good. It's not only going to remove bad profiles and prevent them from getting campaigns and flows, even though we already did that, but it's also going to reduce your billing for Klaviyo. So yeah, we've gone over everything I wanted to go over. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I will answer them.